World, Maria Banga, Maria Banga, your therapist, psychotherapist, your motivational speaker, inspirational author, so many things in one. This is Saturday, and I just saw a post. Somebody was saying we are 5 days to Christmas, and I was like, wow, really? Today's the 20th. Oh my goodness, my head. Oh, okay, well, so 5 days to Christmas means that 5 days for some to family get together, big celebration, weddings, funerals, all kinds of things, and such periods are also periods of intense stress sometimes from overcooking. I remember one Christmas, some of us who grew up in church homes, you will have to go to Christmas Eve mass, finish that mass at whether it's midnight, socialize. Even if you don't want to socialize, hang around until your parent finishes to socialize, go home, no time to even sleep. 5 a.m. you are up, cooking, then getting ready for mass again at 8 a.m. or whenever it was English mass, 9 a.m. Now let me be very honest, I grew up, we cook, we the children cook. Mommy doesn't come to cook. She can come to mix the things up sometimes or not at all. She's busy probably doing other things. I'm a mother today. I know that we can be busy doing a lot of other things, and so you the children are the ones to cook. The thing is that they can pass order for all kind of food because they are inviting a lot of people, and they're going to give some to people including father, mother, pastor, bishop, anybody. So you people are cooking. And when I was growing up, we had this thing, bitter leaf. They don't buy the one that they have washed because it was speculated that the one that they have washed, whether they have over added whatever there and stuff, so it's not good. So you need to buy the leaves, slice them, wash them, because on Christmas Day they have to cook things like dole, things like equan, things like whatever. That's if I don't do Christmas things because I think I had enough of Christmas fuzzle and stress and lack of sleep and all of those things. Anyway, so what am I talking about? I'm talking about setting healthy boundaries. And I just put something I did last year, so it's kind of like a refresher, but this time with a different conversation, especially sharing how you can set healthy boundaries. And if you need to, why not? Well, I just set boundaries. A boundary is like the boundary of a piece of land. If anybody trespasses, you can sue that person. Now, boundary to your life, boundary to your head means that anybody who trespassing means you step in without permission, then I can sue you, I can cut you out, I can tell you, I can even just refuse. When you don't set boundaries, people can blackmail you mentally, emotionally, spiritually. In short, people will blackmail you. Why? Because everybody is struggling for their own good, looking out for them. Like we say in PJ, any man find a Gary. So if I have to use you, abuse you to get what I want, and you are, they say that it is a sweet potato that allow people to be eating it raw. It's easier, it's very straightforward in French. C'est la patate qui avait voulu qu'on la mange crue. So if you make yourself a sweet potato, we can eat you raw. If you make yourself cocoyam, nobody will even try, because the way you are going to scratch that person, they'll be like, no, I can't do this anymore. So why do we think some people are like, you don't mess around with them, and some other people are like, anyhow, call them at any time they show up, ask them for anything, they do it, and then sometimes they will go back and cry and say, oh my goodness, how could I let them take advantage of me? Oh, must they call me all the time? But you are saying that only in your room or on your pillow. As soon as you even finish crying, your phone rings or you see an SMS. after I'm talking about something that used to happen to me, you know, like they used to call me l'homme de situation difficile. Like at any time, any hour, anything you want done, Ayo is there. And you know the accolades, oh well, thank you, oh beautiful, what can I do without you? Oh, you are God sent, you carry them and go. And then you go and start feeling bad. Why only me? Why only me? Like this morning, my son was, my son Gabi, the last one, 11. I was only calling Gabi because 2 other people were going to school, and Alan was busy on some project of his like that on the computer. So I kept calling Gabi because I was cleaning up the house and all of those things. I was calling Gabi to go throw the water, do. At one point, he said, Mama, Alan is also in the house. Just like to say, I hope you're not only seeing by me. Alan is also in the house. You know, and I mean, I will laugh. But I'm like, wow, that's good, boy. You know, that's a boundary. Like, hey, I'm not the only person around, and I don't appreciate you sending only me. But when we're growing up, how dare you say that I'm tired? How dare you? I mean, you go to sleep at night, they get you up at 11 o'clock in the night to go and do tea or to do whatever. You do it. If you can, you grumble in your stomach, bend your head, do whatever, but you have to do it. They wake you up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do whatever, you do it. The other day I was asking my children, look, which of you gets up in the morning, cleans this house and does all of that before going to school? We grew up, even you, my small sister from the village, what did you used to do before going to school? I will sweep, dry clean, go and carry water, blah, 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 before I go to school. So I think life has become so easy for this generation. I don't even know how to call them generation, new generation. So they can easily set boundaries. But some of us didn't grow up knowing that we could set boundaries. And we thought that, well, to be a good child means do anything they ask you to do. Yes, but now Christmas is coming. That's where I started. And I'm not a person, I'm at this stage in my life where I don't like noise. I don't necessarily like to be hanging around. I mean, online I can join Zoom party because I can leave anytime I want. But if it's to go to a family function and all of those things, I mean, seriously, the last time I went for one now, it did not end well. So I'm just like, you're not obliged. You know, so I just said this Christmas, maybe I'm going to spend it alone. Maybe I'll just go visit my mom on the Christmas day itself and just come me back. You know, maybe. When she asked me, I said, I don't know for now because I seriously don't, and I don't want any pressure to show up, you know, or even to be calling Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. I just realized all of those things are like, there's a rope on your neck. If you don't do it, something will happen to you. You have to be able to say no. I mean, no is a complete sentence. Must you explain? No, because why? Or say, I'll think about it. No, if my answer is no, my answer is no. If it's yes, but it is yes, but. If it's, well, give me a week, it's give me a week. If it's like, please don't call me after 9 p.m., I mean, don't call me after 9 p.m. And even if I'm awake and I see that call, I'm not going to answer. And if you write to me, even if you have a problem I can solve, but I don't have the time to address it at that particular moment, I'm going to just reply and say, I'm just so busy. Can you get back to me in 3 days? And I don't mind people setting boundaries with me. I mean, I respect people who have their boundaries clearly set out. Some will communicate, some will not communicate, but it's for you to wise up. Somebody doesn't explain to you, but you see the way they're behaving, then it means that they're setting a boundary. They might not just have the vocabulary or the I don't know how, the finesse to say it to you. Respect their boundary. You know, setting boundaries allows the true self to emerge. Not that fake thing. I once watched one live video one of my daughters did, my mentees did, on fake life. And I've read a few posts. People keep saying people come on Facebook, all that you see on Facebook is fake. I don't need to justify myself. Me, I don't fake nothing, you know, like, but whatever. Maybe majority of the people they see on Facebook, or I don't know how they evaluate those things, but it's like, well, people think there's fake on Facebook or on social media anyway. So when you set boundaries, the true self emerges, because you don't say yes, or you don't just show up anywhere. You are not busy commenting on all posts because, well, people expect you to be commenting on their posts. If you don't comment on their posts, then you are not a friend because they also comment on your posts. All that rope is what? I don't. I comment on a few, and I don't mind people don't comment on my own. Look at me, trouble. Whether you come, you don't come. Well, there are people who are not even my friends on Facebook than my friends on WhatsApp. For me, it's even more important to be my friend on WhatsApp than on Facebook. What is that? So all requests that I'm getting nowadays, I just refuse. Majority of them, 99% even, I refuse. Or sometimes I keep the thing there until I have time to go and do some small background check and stuff like that. And some might just become my friend and immediately they have access to WhatsApp, and then I block them on Facebook. Because maybe the kind of things that they post are not things I want to see on my timeline. Or I don't think that they necessarily agree with the things that I do. So I don't even want them to be seeing it. I don't have time to be discussing with somebody whether I did this because of this, or you did that because, why did you do all of that? No. To each their own. Look, I have a friend, a very close friend. We are neither friends on Facebook nor on WhatsApp. We call each other or we send emails, but that's a very close friend. And that's a boundary both of us set. His boundary was, I don't want to see you on Facebook. You are too scattered, you are too everything. I said, okay, no problem. I don't also want to see you on WhatsApp because of the kind of things you share with me on WhatsApp. I think it's fake. Me too, my own. For him, my own on Facebook is fake. Fine, okay, so let's avoid each other fakeness. Let's just call, talk about what we want to talk about. Sometimes when you see too much, you start thinking too much. So when you don't see, then you don't think. And I know what I'm putting on Facebook, for example, it's real. I don't mix things up. But somebody might think it's not. And so they block me. And I'm like, no problem. I respect that. I'm not going to carry them in my heart because, no, it's their boundary. They don't want to see my kind of things. That's fine. We might be on WhatsApp and we talk about different things altogether. Or we are not even on WhatsApp. We are just on phone. And that's fine. I put off my data 8:30. I put off the phone 9 p.m. and I sleep me quietly. The nights where I stretch to midnight, 10, very rarely, you call me at that time and I see the call and it's some person I think this can be very important, I answer. If what you say is not important, I say, I'm sorry, it was already my checkout time. Can we revisit this thing tomorrow? You want to insist, would I not just stop the call? At 40, 41, I'm still there to be running after people or begging people to try to understand me? No. Now, unhealthy boundaries create dysfunctional ones. Because today you show up, tomorrow you don't show up. Today you text, they don't reply. After 3 days they reply and you are there excited. You were already like, and you don't even tell them that, well, I didn't feel good that I wrote and you did not reply. What's going on? Everything, nothing. You swallow it. You start cheering. You even send them credit. You do all those kind of things, and then bam, they ghost you again. You are there. You are crying. You are tormenting yourself. Immediately they show up again. You just continue. Why? Why can't you express yourself? By establishing clear boundaries, we define ourselves in relations to others. Sometimes even to your own self, you need to establish boundaries. Sometimes you really feel like you want to, but you tell yourself, no, your max is 50K. You're not going above 50K. This is Christmas. Oh, some people need Christmas clothes. One of my friends told me that, we went to look for Christmas clothes for the kids. I was like, wow, that's cool. Nah, I don't do that, like, I don't even, what I have or I don't do that. That's a boundary I set for myself. You don't go do that just because you want to show that you are also doing that, or you don't know Christmas, all of those things. That's me. That's my boundary. I told myself, you don't need that, so you don't do that. Even if you can afford, you don't do it. Because you can do something else with the money. That's me. And so I'm not going to show up just because somebody thinks, I should show up, I should come. Once a friend said, I better come and go and leave me, let me shop for the children. I'm like, no, I don't even shop for my own. Why should I go and be accompanying you to shop for your own? I have something else to do with my time, and no, that's just going to expose me to things, to shops or to clothes and stuff, and I might be tempted to buy something. So my boundary is don't even go towards those shops in December. If they felt bad, I don't think so. I didn't hear nothing and they never revisited it. I think they don't even look for me again. I mean, seriously, people just, and so you see, people will begin to respect you when they know your boundaries. So we must be able to identify and respect our needs, our feelings, our opinions, our rights. They are your own. They are my own. So I identify them, I respect them. And when you do that, you can tell somebody, you say, no, please, you don't call me after 9 p.m. I had to set that boundary with bush fallers. They say, oh no, and that's our afternoon. So what do you mean? I was like, I mean what I mean. Check your time. If it's 9 p.m. my time, you will not get me. In the end, they got to understand that. And I don't also call them maybe 6 a.m. my time when it's still early morning, whether it's midnight their time, all of this. No. I mean, there is texting. So if you text somebody at any hour, the person can see it and reply at any hour. So why would you want to go and be calling somebody because it's convenient for you? Is it convenient for that person? Could you send a text and say, can I call you now? Are you up now? Unless it's your very close person and you know, well, if I call, they will answer or they will not answer, and that's okay. But if it's not your very close person, come on, do some small respect. Send the person a text. Can I call you now? Or when can I call you? And then the person will answer. And if the person doesn't answer immediately, grow up. Don't beat yourself up for that. And then don't carry it and start making your mouth like that, or not talking to the person, or not replying to when they write, and all of those things. So express yourself. That is also a way of setting boundaries. Let people know that with Mark, it is this or that. Setting boundaries is a way of respecting yourself and getting other people to respect you, and also a way of also respecting other people. Otherwise, our efforts will be like putting a fence around a yard without knowing the property lines. You go and put a fence around the whole Bonamusa, whereas your property is just this small place. Is it even possible? People are going to smash it. Okay, so I put some links there to some places where I got things last year when I did the show. So what are tips for setting healthy boundaries? Because some people say, to transform, you need to set boundaries. You need to kind of set mental alarms so that things don't trigger you. So that you can say, no, I'm sorry, I can't come to Bonaberry today. No, I'm sorry, I can't. No, I'm sorry, I can't. No, I'm sorry, I can't. No. People are going to digest it. Oprah herself, Oprah Winfrey, she said she not even up to 20 years ago that she learned that when she says no, the world is not going to end. She didn't know how to say no before. So it happens to everybody, and she's maybe in her 60s now, so that means she was like in her 40s. So you shouldn't cross 40 not being able to set a boundary. And if you have done it, then this is time to catch up, and you don't owe any explanation to anybody. And do it without anger and in a few words as possible. Do not justify, apologize, rationalize the boundary for what? Do not argue. Me, I don't. I just set the boundary calmly, firmly, clearly, and respectfully. I just wrote in the chat, I don't know for now. I'm going to think about it, but I'm looking at, spending a few hours. End of it. The reply was okay. Because we have come to understand and realize that it's very important to respect the other person's boundary, the other person's wishes, and all of that. Communicate it. And if I did not communicate it, people would not have known that this is how you treat with me. This is what is going on. For example, I live with post-traumatic stress disorder. I can be triggered. I can be this. It's just like saying, oh, my son, my child lives with autism. They can be hyper. They can be this. So please just be careful and stuff. It's okay. It's good to actually let people know that. So you can't set a boundary and take care of someone else's feelings at the same time. No, I'm sorry. I can't be sensitive when I'm setting my boundary. I am sensitive to my own feelings. I'm sorry. You deal with it. You suck it up. And if I think about it later and I think that, well, that was a bit harsh, then I can now start saying I'm sorry. But at that particular moment, it's my boundary I'm focusing on. You are not responsible for the other person's reaction to the boundary you are setting. No, I'm not. You are only responsible for communicating the boundary in a respectful manner. It's very important. Do it in a respectful manner. If others get upset with you, that's their problem. I'm sorry. Me too, I've gotten upset with people. So what? I'd suck it up. If they no longer want your friendship, then it means that you are probably better off without them. I beg. What are we doing with thousands of friends now, followers and likes and stuff? I don't want to have 4,000 or 5,000 Facebook friends before what happens, So I'm really like, after a certain level, I just begin to block people off again. If you take it bad, it's just like, it's too much for me. It's over-sensory, overwhelming to be seeing all kinds of things on my timeline and stuff like that. No. And if people do that to me too, that's okay. I just respect it. Okay, well, so at first you probably feel selfish, guilty, or embarrassed when you set a boundary. Do it anyway and tell yourself you have a right to take care of yourself. Setting boundaries takes practice and determination. Yep. Don't let anxiety or low self-esteem prevent you from taking care of yourself. When people they praise you for being Mama Janti, Mama Tulota, Mama all of that, and then what? Right? After you're going to be feeling angry, you'll be resenting yourself, whining and complaining in your heart, maybe taking it out on your children or your partner for no good reason. And when you set boundaries, you might be tested, so you need to know that. Especially by those who are used to controlling you, those who are used to manipulating you, abusing you, those who were used to just having you at their beck and call. Borrow me 50,000, you borrow. Borrow me 100, you borrow. Borrow me 500, you borrow. Yet you don't have. Or you have, but you had some other things to do with it. But because they're used to you giving all the time, so that they'll say, she's so nice. She's so what? She's so charitable. She's so whatever. And then, okay, well, so you need to learn. It's a process. It's like school. Unfortunately, they don't teach this in school. So you learn it in life school. You need to cultivate it. You need to watch other people, those people that you respect, those people who are no nonsense, those people that people don't fool around with anyhow. Watch them. Read what they write. Follow their, go listen to a lot of those things on YouTube. And then check the kind of people you have around you. There are some people who will be good. They will flatter you when they need you to run an errand for them. Go and buy this for them, answer this, blah, 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 blah. After that, you will not even see them again. And then once they need you again, where are you? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I even get one clothes for you. Blah, 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 blah. Disappear again. Oh, come for house pass. Blah, 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 blah. Disappear again. Then you start asking yourself, but why? Why me? Why me? Okay, if you don't want it to be used, then say something. Say something. Is it not one life that we have to live? Must you go for... This fellow is calling me now for what? Must you go for that wedding? Must you go for that Christmas party? Must you go? Must you? And if you invite people for your own, they don't come, so what? Even if you have 4 people, must you? Okay, so that's what I wanted to share today. It's actually supposed to be general inspiration, motivation, encouragement. So I always share how I do my own things and stuff like that. That was part of my transformation. It's been like that for a while. So please be encouraged. It's not easy, but nothing is easy anyway. So do it. Don't stop. It's going to be difficult. There's going to be some resistance, both from you and from the other people. But insist, persist. And then you're going to get there. Okay, well, until when next I'm going to be talking again. Have a great one now. The Christmas is in the heart before being in the cargo, in the food, in the tree, and in all of those things. So make the most of it. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong in going to hang out with family and all of that, but if it's not your thing, don't force yourself and don't say yes when you don't really feel like doing it. Go and sit around and begin to be moody and people in a celebratory mode. No, I'd rather just stay me quietly in my room, join people on Facebook or Zoom or wherever, than go and sit somewhere where I mean, I'm not going to be adding any value to the event anyway. So that's what I wanted to share. Thank you so much, Alan. Thank you. I really appreciate when you can join my call, and all those who are going to watch later. Well, do have a wonderful Saturday. 5 days to Christmas, right? God bless us all.